Hey everyone, welcome back to my latest trapping video. Today I have an insane gangbang on my trap in KVK where I got, I think it was like 112 or 114 million points in the first hour. So this was just super intense. And again, I have some nerve damage in my hand, so healing is very difficult because I'm using my left hand and I'm not very coordinated, and I'm kind of just resting my phone on top of my arm while I'm playing because I can't really hold the phone either. So you'll see that later on, but we're going to start off with how I set it up. I was just doing the regular 1000 IQ trap, just release my leader through the wonder. Haven't been trapping very much, so I guess people don't use this trap very often because I got so much more attention on this than normal. Again, if you do want to trap in KVK, make sure you do it right at the start because most people are active right at the start of KVK, so you have the best chance to be hit. So anyways, there are 3 people going for my leader right now. I think a couple of them are actually from my kingdom. The third one is not from my kingdom. They are from one of the guilds that is stealing the wonder. I did end up getting matched up with some awesome Titan guilds, so I decided to go trapping. Again, this is kind of the first time I've trapped since I broke my arm and got the nerve damage, so I wasn't sure how it was going to happen, how well it would go, but we'll see how it goes. So I obviously ate all those. I think that actually finished my solo from just the tier 4 that guy sent. He sent 200k tier 4 cav. I think that ended up actually finishing my solo for KVK, but obviously I wasn't finished there. I was just getting ready to actually start this off, and I wasn't sure if they go in for a follow-up attack or what's going on. I am sitting in my construction gear currently. I do have jewels in my construction gear now. I have switched out some jewels from my war gear into my construction gear just so I have some extra stats, because obviously those full counters have been doing way more damage than they used to, so I had to actually change my stats and increase my attack just so I can do some trapping that way. If I get full counter, it's not too bad. This guy is sending cav at me. I am sitting in range, so it shouldn't be as much of a problem for me. I'm 227 mil might as well. Again, this is a perfectly fine might to be solo trapping if you're doing the 1000 IQ trap and leaderless baiting. Perfectly fine. If you're lower than this, it's fine too. I wouldn't go too much higher because once you get around 300 mil might, people might not solo you, but around 220, I still people seem to hit me. So this guy was going in full cav, pretty easy for me. I didn't need to switch to my war gear or anything like that. I'm still trying to bait them, acting offline, have not healed at all at this point. So I was able to cap that. You can see I do have jewels in my war gear. I have some like gold monster jewels, and then the rest are pretty much all purple. I might have 1 or 2 blue, but most of them are purple, and obviously my war gear is mostly gold with a couple purple in there. I did have to take some gold jewels out of my war gear to put it in there, but it's still doing pretty well. You can see he did 23k with that. He has no pack 5 familiar, so not going to do too much. He lost 149k tier 4. Obviously gave me a bunch more KVK points, so I wasn't really sure what they're going to do at this point. I wasn't expecting a gangbang or anything like that because, again, I wasn't really sure what this guild would do because I don't know them very well. I literally just moved to my guild's kingdom right before KVK so I could be in my guild's kingdom for KVK, because usually I'm in a Titan kingdom, but I don't want to be in a Titan kingdom for KVK because KVK sucks. So anyways, they started a massive a gangbang on me right after this. I wasn't sure what I was going to do, and again, I'm really slow right now because I am using one hand and holding the phone in my arm just so I can hold the phone up, so it wasn't really the best for healing. I wasn't confident enough to take the what's called the food out just because I wanted to try and heal in between, even if it is super slow healing. It's not too bad on this account because the account is strong. I did put my war gear on, by the way, before I threw the recorder on, so you didn't get to see that. I didn't have the recorder on before that, so this guy ended up, I think, filling my infirmaries there. I don't think that was a double hit. I think that was just one person, and I think that was it. So I think about 5 or 7 people went in there. I think a couple of them actually got their Hell Dreader popped, which was unfortunate, so I only ended up with 5 leaders, but 2 of them actually walked back to their leader, and there was a couple extra attacks there. It looks like about 10-ish people hit me there, or 10 attacks total. You can see that's my war gear. I'm going to throw back on my construction gear, which still has jewels in it, so I don't have no stats while I'm doing that. Oh, sorry, 7 attacks hit me, sorry, not 10. There was still some notifications. So the first guy actually almost filled my infirmaries there, or he did fill my infirmaries because I already had troops in my infirmaries. I didn't heal for a couple hits, but but they didn't do too much damage. You can see like 200k there. I healed that one. That one only did 291. That did 958. That one did quite a bit. Actually, filled my infirmaries and actually gave me reds. That was a full infantry. Oh, this guy was the Max Titan guy. So that was the 150 Castle Star guy that actually ended up giving me reds, which obviously back in the day that didn't happen, but now it does. So that's why I have war gear on, so I don't take too many reds. 8k reds is totally fine with me. Looks like 2 people's Helldriders popped, so I would have had 7 leaders, it looks like, but 2 of them got their leader back, unfortunately. So it is what it is, but yeah, I think one of them didn't. Yeah, sorry, one of them was a max Helldrider, the other one wasn't. So he got really lucky. The non-max guy, the max guy, it's about a 10% chance. So 1 in 10 to get that. They did start a rally on me, but obviously it's KBK. I'm not in Fury, so I'm not going to stick around for the rally. All I'm going to do is migrate and cancel the rally, and hopefully I'll get another gangbang. So let's go through some of the reports while I have some downtime, because again, there will be another gangbang in this video. Spoiler alert. So anyways, this was the first guy. Wasn't very strong at all. Shannon here, I'm not sure. Oh, his Helldrider must have popped. That's why he's not in his war gear there. Yeah, it did pop. Unfortunately, that was the 10% one. He did quite a bit of damage, was probably at a pretty good infantry blast to give me reds there. I mean, obviously my infirmities were a little bit full there, but still was able to give me reds. This guy did Cav, did 24k to my front line, 87k to my back line. Cav doesn't do much to this account. There's 293k on that one. That was a range attack, did 237k to my front line, only a little bit to my back line. This one was range as well, it looks like. Let's see, he did 135k total. I don't think he has any Pack 5 familiars, no, so he just did 135k to my front line. You can see my account is a range trap. Do not have much infantry, so range does a little bit more damage than normal. Then let's take a look at this guy. This guy sent, I think, full tier 5. Unfortunately for him, he went Cav. He does have quite good Cav set. You can see 140 Castle Stars, some tempering done on his Mythic Champ. So he's obviously not a slouch. Only did 100k to my front line, 191k to my back line with his Pack 5 familiars. So obviously with that tier 5 in there, his Pack 5 familiars are doing quite a bit of damage. As his full attack didn't do too much because it wasn't a full counter, and I'm pretty strong against Cav attacks to begin with. This guy was 150 Castle Stars, some tempering on his Mythic Champ there. Not full tempered, but he's doing pretty well there. Did give me, or did over 100, or did over 600k damage, 430k to my front line, 180k to my back line. He does have a double 11k heroes. Obviously, the Pack 5 familiars did less damage than the previous guy, because the previous guy sent full tier 5, which adds a little bit more damage to your attack. So 180k to 191k. Keep in mind, Pack 5 familiars pretty much do the same amount of damage. So anyways, so right after that, I got this massive gangbang. This was right after, I guess they had a family guild in the other kingdom, so it wasn't too much longer after. I actually had time to pull out some food, so I actually could gem heal. Unfortunately, I didn't have time to actually click that stupid don't show this message again, and I wasn't confident in myself to do that with my left hand and miss a heal or something like that, so it's better if you just gem heal this way. Even though this is the slow gem heal and I do hit the button a couple times, it did work out perfectly fine. You can see there I did misclick there. It didn't matter. They were not doing enough damage, and I think most of the people in this gangbang, unfortunately for them, sent Cav. That guy, it looks like, sent infantry, because that filled my infirmaries. He must have been pretty strong as well to do so. There's still one march walking towards me. He was kind of slow on the speed up. So it's still walking. You can see my war gear is on right now. Like I said, they did catch me off guard a little bit, so I wasn't able to get the quarter on right before the gangbang started, but I got it as soon as it did, and I think I was already in war gear. So you can see I had a bunch more leaders this time, not just 5. I think I got 13 now, so I got an extra like 8 from that, and I think a couple Helldriders popped on that. That last one, I think either he used a bunny or a Helldrider. I'm not sure what he got his leader back, whatever. My infirmaries, or not my infirmaries, my prison is not full, so that's not him getting it back because it's full or anything like that. That's just him getting a either lucky break, or he actually used a bunny at the end there, but obviously it didn't do very much damage because I was able to get the full counter off. I didn't really drop much might on that gangbang at all. well, I'm still at 223, so I dropped about 4 mil might in the first gangbang, and then just because they really caught me off guard and I didn't have any resources out or anything like that, and I was trying to get the recorder on, put my war gear on. This is all with my offhand while it's sitting on my arm. So yeah, so basically when I'm playing, I'll have it kind of resting on the brace here, and I'll be clicking like this with my left hand. By the way, the camera is mirrored, so what's left looks like left to you is actually right, and what's right is left, because it's a selfie cam. So anyways so yeah, so that's kind of how I play. I put my arm in front of me, put the phone right here like on the brace, and I play like this. So if it looks really weird on the recording, me hitting the wrong buttons and stuff, that is the reason. And by the way, if you guys don't know what happened, I broke my arm, and then I had some nerve damage from the arm break, so I can't actually move my arm without this brace. This brace is fine for using a mouse, not so good for using a phone. It just doesn't give me the range of motion to use a phone. But mouse is fine because I can click down like this. But otherwise, if I don't have the brace on, my hand goes like this. That's basically it. So anyways, let's go through some of these reports. Most of them did send cav, by the way. So this guy was 219k. He did. Again, there was a cab blast. I'm not sure if they talked to each other, but there was like, most of these guys went cab. This guy went cab as well. Didn't do very much damage at all either. Where did this guy go? I think this was cab. No, was this? No, this guy just wasn't very strong. Oh, he sent like mix, so what I don't know what was going on there. So yeah, that guy is not very good gear there. I think my gear is almost better than that guy's. By the way, these guys are really nice, so I'm not like making fun of them or anything. I'm just it's an interesting attack. So that guy is, I think Helldrider popped on that guy. This one was cav as well. You can see the thing there. Most of them are actually cav at this point. So 130 castle stars on that guy. This one did 288k. This one was infantry, so this guy obviously wasn't as strong. Only did 250. This one was really strong. He did 603. So this guy, okay, 150 castle stars. Some tempering on his mythic champ. He's pretty much full mythic champ on their guy, except for his that new infantry hand or whatever, I forget what it's called. But anyways, last guy here, let's see, he went infantry as well. So a bunch of them all went cav at the same time, which was good because it gave me time to heal. The other guy who went infantry was kind of at the end, so I'd already healed through that, so I didn't really have to worry about that at all. They're all sending me messages. I think, I'm not sure, correct me if I'm wrong, it might be Chinese. So this guy was actually joking that he wanted to go in there and would I give his leader back. If I did, I said I would. I wasn't going to ransom him if you ask me to hit you, or if you ask me if you can hit me and you ask if you want the leader back, I won't ransom it back, I'll just give it back. But obviously if you gangbang me, I will try and sell it back. So there, yeah, so one did, okay, the last guy used his Huey Hops, the other guy just had his Helldrider, so didn't get too unlucky that time. Only one person got their leader back, but it looks like he was actually rallying one of our guildmates who actually lost his leader, unfortunately, so Peacekeeper's getting rallied right now. I don't think it went very well because he ended up burning, but let's see. Yeah, 4.7, so wasn't the best, but I think he got away after that, so yeah, it is what it is. If you're a rally lead nowadays and you lose your leader, if you don't have the stats, you're probably going to burn. So these are all the leaders I got at the end. I did agree to ransom them back to the guys. Again, they're really nice people. I'm not sure where they're from. It looks like China based on the whatever it's called, the language they're sending me. I think it was Chinese. It could be something totally different. I didn't actually look at their guild. What does it say? Translate. Oh, it's Japanese. Sorry. They are Japanese, and they're actually really nice. So, but I am going to ransom them back because I was actually hoping for another gangbang, to be honest. They decided they didn't really want to gangbang me again. So, if they want their leaders back, it's the start of KVK, literally the start. So this was literally just like less than 2 hours into KVK at this point, I think. Yeah, so I think KVK started at about, was it 8 o'clock my time, and it's 10 o'clock my time now. So by the time I'm giving them the ransom, it's 2 hours into KVK, so they don't want to lose their leaders for the next 22 hours, pretty much. So I ended up ransoming them back. I set it at, what was it? I think it was 48k per leader, and they were they're super happy to pay that. I wasn't going to go crazy high, like 150k or something crazy for leaders. If I didn't want to give them the leaders back, I'd probably start at 150k, but since I was like, okay, they're not going to gangbang me, I don't want to keep these leaders for the rest of KVK, honestly, because I'm not going to get hit again unless it's by their family. If I have like 13 leaders in my infirmaries, it's not a good idea. Unfortunately, I couldn't get on for the rest of KVK, so this was basically the last trapping I did anyways. So I'm asking for purple or gold jewel chests. That's kind of what I did. I still haven't opened them, so maybe I can open them just basically live on this video, just can see what we got, if we actually get lucky or not, or we got literally nothing, and it's not a waste of time. Obviously got a nice video out of it, but yeah, so I got about 500k gems worth of chests, because basically almost every single person bought their leader back. Most of these guys, like I said, they're like 100 plus Castle Star guys, so what's 48k gems to them? Honestly, if it was me, I'd pay 48k gems to get my leader back, so it's basically nothing. I don't usually hit people and lose my leader, but if I was to lose my leader at the start of KVK and wanted it back, 48k is just a steal for me to get it back if I want to keep going in KVK and rallying things, because I literally got most of their rally leads. You saw all the 100 plus Castle Star guys I actually got in here. So a couple Max Star guys, a couple 140 star guys, 100 star guys. Yeah. So anyways, they're pretty happy to give it back. I was happy to get all these jewel chests, and as soon as they give me the jewel chests, I basically send their leader back. I was wary at the start because I wasn't sure if they were all porting around me to gangbang me, but it was all porting around me to get their leaders back pretty much. So it worked out in the end. So you can see all the guys who did end up sending them. I think there's a couple more, but yeah. So I'm not gonna actually I'm just gonna pause it here and let's go open the jewel chest. I don't want to show it anymore. Hey, so we're on the account now. Let's go take a look at the jewel chest and see what we ended up with. I think it was 40 and 40. Whoops, wrong button. Sorry. Here we go. 41 epic jewel chests, and then we got 40 legendary jewel chests as well. One epic jewel chest is not from the ransom. That's just a jewel chest I already had for, I think, from getting like second in KVK or something like that. So so let's take a look. I'm gonna just open them all at the same time. So let's open the epic jewel chest first, see if we get any purple attack jewels. Let's hope we get something. We did get some purple jewels, not attack. Well, we got really unlucky on this one. That was probably the most unlucky we could get. All the purple and all the blue were not from attack jewels, so I can make it a nice wall defense, I guess. Anyway, so let's go on to the legendary and see if we actually got something. Let's take a look here. We got a epic infantry attack jewel, so there you go. This was much better. We got a couple cav jewels as well, then some range and just some normal ones as well. So yeah, we got a legendary range defense jewel. Unfortunately not an attack jewel, but we did get an epic infantry jewel, so we will take that one. And again, I will show you my gear just so you can see what's running here. You can see all my gear. It does have some purple jewels and stuff in it if you're looking here. Taking a look at what the actual stats are on that when I'm in gear, you'll take a look at that. I'm at 270, 278, 284. That's in my construction gear, and then I throw on my trap gear here. And again, I did take a couple gold jewels out of my sword there, so obviously my attack is a little bit lower, but that's totally fine as long as I get some extra stats in my construction gear. But even with that, without forts or anything, I'm at 417, 408, 377. So decent stats with 406 army HP. So again, those were the stats I took the gangbang with. Obviously, if I had extra jewels in there, I would have had extra attack, but I did take them out just so I can have some jewels in my construction gear as a fake set. Maybe I should have put in my research gear because I think it has better attack stats, but that's beside the point. So that's that. And then just taking a look at all the attacks. So the last attack was, yeah, so about, where was the first gangbang? First gangbang they gangbanged me at was 2136, so it's 9:36 my time, and the second one came in was like 2150, so it was about 14 minutes later that the second one came in. I was just checking the reports and stuff, and they decided to come in and gangbang me. I was already in my work here, so that worked out totally fine. And again, I think there was where was it? This guy was, no, not this guy. There's a couple 150 star guys. So anyways, hope you guys enjoyed the video today. I'll have some more videos coming out this week. If you guys have any questions about anything, let me know in the comment section below. You saw my comp and all that. I'll show you what my comp ended up with. Yeah, that's basically it. So it's basically set up as a rain trap. So I could, if I ever get worried, like stuck, I could always ask for infantry reinforcements and use that as my front line, actually to solo trap. That could be an actual thing, just in case I ever get in trouble. If I'm in the Wonder and they send a bunch of solos at me, and let's say there's a rally set behind it, I could always just ask for a bunch of infantry reinforcements and then sit in infantry and then port away. That could always be a option for me as well. So that's kind of what I'm running this, and that's why I kind of wanted to be in the same kingdom as my guild. But yeah, so that's basically it. Saw the stats of my troops, and that's it. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I'll see you guys in the next one.